Hey guys, Keaton here. So I just wanted to look at a clip between Canadians and Washington. Dobes finds himself in a tricky situation that I believe we all do more often than not. We are in an overlap in a butterfly, try to make sure that the guy does not bank it off the inside of our leg or the inside of our back, or sorry, the back side of our body and in the net, but we still have to be able to swivel and push to the other side of the net. All right, so let's look at the clip quickly and then we'll review it.
Nice pass. Strom inside. Kick save Dobes.
So nothing comes out of the play, but really neat to see, again, him make that save. And then right here, what I wanted a lot of guys to realize, or what I wanted to showcase, is how Dobes is able to look over that shoulder, all right, but still be able to seal that ice or seal that right post here with his left leg. All right, now what that does is that gives Dobes the ability to make sure that this guy can't bank it off the inside of that trapper leg and in the net, but also have that blocker leg available to push cross crease. Okay, so very important to note there that if he were to reach with that right leg to seal that post, all right, he would have a very tough time to be able to swivel, because eventually to be able to push to that left post, he would have to lift that right leg. And during that situation, if again the capital player was on a good angle, he would be able to bank it off the inside of his body and in the net. All right, so again, really neat to see. And I actually have a drill to illustrate how to work on this with the goalies here. Okay, so sealing that post with that left leg, looking over that shoulder. And by this time, I think Dobes knows, okay, I can see he's more behind the net. Very tough angle to be able to bank it off the inside of my body. So now I can start my rotation and push to the other post. So tough, and maybe it's just one of those situations where a lot of people would overlook it, but one of those situations where, again, we find ourselves in more often than not. We have to be able to seal the ice, but we have to still be able to rotate. All right, so again, if we can do that with more of that inside leg, okay, then we can seal that ice and still be able to push with that back leg to the other side. All right, so I hope this makes sense, guys. I hope you kind of get some value out of this. Again, I have a drill to illustrate how to work on this in practice. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, so before we get into the drill, I just wanted to show this one wraparound clip. Very similar situation, but Grubauer actually gets beat on this one. Again, all of these situations are slightly different. I don't want to say that the one solution I provided is the only solution. It is just a solution based off of a certain situation at play. So during this situation, Grubauer, I believe, gets a little too aggressive and bites. It's a little easy to say in the next clip, but I couldn't find a full clip of this, so I'm just going to have to go with this. So in this situation, Grubauer is now dropping into that overlap. I believe he made a little bit of a mistake and he ended up kind of sliding into it. So he then, or is extending that leg rather than kind of just dropping, because he's already in an overlap. So there's no reason to reach further to the right, per se, because you're already to the out frame of the net. So he again falls victim to maybe being a little too aggressive here, and then you can see that, and this is what I was trying to illustrate in the last video, because that right leg is now kind of tucked to the post and or extending, all right, he is caught in a situation where he cannot rotate. So I think he just realizes at this point he's kind of done for, and he doesn't even make a move to try to push over. So again, it's tough to kind of paint this with one brush. It's also possible that Grubauer kind of bit on this play right now, where I don't really know the guy who's about to shoot, but the guy's blade is open, so at least for a half second. So he has to honor that 100% when in overlap. If the blade's open, we do have to prepare for that shot. The one thing I was looking at is, if Grubauer in this situation thinks he's going to bank it off him in the net, I would say that would be pretty tough for this player to do, because the lead hand or the bottom hand is the pushing hand. So if that arm is somewhat fully extended, I have a tough time believing that he would be able to kind of push that puck into the guy's body. It looks like that arm is extended just to get maximum reach and go for a wraparound. Like, I think the guy's thinking wraparound 100% now. Now, again, it's easy to say this in the video when you break things down by milliseconds. All of it, obviously this stuff is happening relatively fast in real time, so tough. But what I would suggest here is what I said in the beginning. I think making sure, even if you are honoring, even if you are honoring this shot, I would not slide it into that overlap or into that drop. I would just drop and lean to that post, just so you're protecting the general frame of the net to that right side. And then once you see him committing, then try to turn and push. So tough. We generally would like to find ourselves to the inside of the post in these situations if we feel like the shot is not a threat. But again, every situation is different. And if the guy opens up his blade, we have to kind of honor that at times based off of our reads and our general hockey IQ. So hope this makes sense, guys. Let's get into the drill. So pretty simple setup here. Get the goalie to butterfly in an overlap. Have the puck to the outside of the net, but still beside it. As you slap the stick to initiate the drill, goalie seals the ice and pushes to the other side.
Go. So seal, good, and then turn straight. Good, good. Still looks like you're bending that knee a little. Like, don't let that right leg go back. Just push straight. Go. Leg, nice. Push. Excellent. Excellent.